it's the proudest day and the proudest time in the seat of a rally car, because that day and that hour and those minutes, I got the bit between my teeth. You know, I really stood up and was counted and said, this is not getting away. I remember when we pulled on our helmets and Donald says to me, what are we doing? I said, we're going for gold, Barrett. That's all was said. I can still picture that run. That was just the best run ever.
Welcome along to Krunching Gears, the rally podcast. Well, I suppose it's that time of the year now that we're all kind of looking back and looking forward. So we thought we would take a wee bit of a look back, and what a year it has been. Conor, you join me once again here, but what a year we've had in the Krunching Gears podcast. It's been phenomenal, hasn't it?
It's been incredible, Kevin. Way beyond expectations. Whenever, this time last year we were chatting and thinking ahead, and I think it surpassed anything that we thought we were going to be doing.
That is for sure. That is for sure. Because the previous incarnation of the podcast, it was getting harder and harder to get people to give you an hour and a half, 2 hours of their time. So we had to kind of reinvent or change the direction. And this was an idea that kind of it formed in our heads, and it kind of took off, and it just blew us away. We initially thought maybe once a month we'll do this, and once every 2 weeks we'll do this, and it's become a monster all of its own, hasn't it? Really.
Absolutely, it grew legs and it ran very quickly. You're right. Originally it was to be a sporadic, podcast or sporadic on air or whatever way you want to put it, but it very quickly more or less morphed into a weekly show.
Yeah, for sure. And our guests, everybody was, we asked, we couldn't do enough. They were more than accommodating. Right from week one right through. It's been phenomenal. It really has. And the amount of people that's been tuned in, listened, watched, and not just in Ireland, but right across the globe. The figures and the countries you are watching in that, there's places I didn't even know existed. It has been surreal, and we've had some real highlights along the way, Conor, haven't we?
Oh, look, some serious highlights, and this is where we get onto a slippery slope when you start mentioning certain people, and then you don't mention others, and what do you call it? If we leave anybody out, it's not intentional, but we started out, this time last year, more or less, with Bex Williams, and when you look at the other people, we've had Hayden Padden, the McHale family. Terry Harriman, Fred Gallagher. It's just been incredible.
Yeah, it has, and even some of the stories, even the clubmen that we've had on, and the stories they've told, the stories have been the star of the show. We're only here to help provide people with a platform to tell their story. And the stories we've heard this year, we've laughed, we've nearly cried at times. We've had such a roller coaster of emotions along the way, haven't we, this year?
Yeah, I know it's been incredible, and it's great to hear the stories. Everything from Daniel McKenna's return to the stages, and John Armstrong's heartbreak of almost clinching the JWRC for the second year in a row, for just to come up short for him and at the end of it. So we really have we've had it all, really.
That's for sure. And the championships, the Tarmac Championship, the way it went, Josh and Andy, what a year they've had, unbelievable, but still, there was a story every rally. There was a story, and it was a great privilege to allow the likes of them guys that was competing at that top level to come on and tell us what happened. And I keep going back to the guy running number 50 was had a great story a lot of the times too, and we were able to tell that. I'm thinking of Kevin McLaughlin, having the accident before the rally started in Donegal, but coming back and competing in Rally 1 in his class. We stories like that there that maybe a lot of the times don't get told, and it's nice to have that platform to allow them to get out there and be aired.
That's it. Look, we've had everybody on from championship winners right down to the juniors. We've spoken to people who have competed at home in their local events, right through to WRC. It's just been phenomenal. And a huge thanks to all of our guests. They really, they went above and beyond. They took the time out to come and chat to us, and we appreciated every second of it, genuinely.
That's for sure. We picking out the likes of, say, Aaron Johnson, who was just coming off a flight. That he took the time to speak to us. The likes of Jack Brennan, who's only taking these tentative steps onto the. He's done the Junior 1000. Now he's spreading his wings out onto mainstream rallying. We spoke to them all, and each and every one of them, just thank you all. Now, even the listeners, the viewers as well too. Oh, I don't know what it just blows me away. Me and Conor sit here and chat. We record it, and we speak to other people. We record it, and it all comes together. And yeah, you just watch, and you seem to enjoy it. So that's brilliant. Thank you to one and all. The figures that people watching, I just and as I say, in countries I didn't even know existed. It's fantastic. It really is, isn't it, Conor?
Look, it's incredible, and again, it's testimony to the guests. We're realistic here. We know nobody's tuning in to listen or watch us.
Yes.
It purely is down to our guests, and it's the time that our guests give us. And it shows you there's an interest, there's a want, there's a curiosity to hear their stories and how they got on, be it having competed last weekend to competed 20 years ago. There's a genuine interest out there in Irish rallying.
That is for sure. And we were trying to think of a fitting way to end the year. And I'm going to blame you, but if it goes really well, I'm going to take the credit. Conor came up with a great idea. We would have a rally quiz to wrap up the year, and we don't know. We're kind of a working title at the minute, but Anorak rally quiz, I think, was going to be. It seems to be the favourite at the moment. I can only apologise now for the questions. Get my apologies in before it started. We approached Killian Duffy, Killian Cronin, Andy Walsh, Martin Brady, and Luke Barry to come on. And I said, where will we pitch the questions? Oh, go full nerd, go for it. So he did. But the guys took, we like to think we do things. We like to get the story out there, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. And it was lovely to see the 5 guests coming on and getting into the full flow of what we are.
Oh, look, they got it from the get-go. And in fairness, they only had to be asked once. So thank you to our guests for their time. And boy, were they competitive.
Yes. Yes. That will become more visible as the cause progresses. So once again, thank you to one and all. It has been an absolute pleasure telling you the story of 2022. We're already working on 2023. We have a few, if they all come together, a few great plans, fingers crossed and eyes, everything else. But we'll be here telling the story. So without further ado, we'll get over to the cause and see what you think of that. I've got a lineup here tonight. I don't know how I would describe them: vagabonds, nerds, whatever you want to call them yourself. But delighted to welcome along Conor Edwards, Killian Cronin, Andy Walsh, Mr. Martin Brady, Luke Barry, and Killian Duffy. Lads, you're all very welcome along.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kev.
So, myself and Conor, well, I'm blaming Conor having the brainwave of having a rally quiz. So we threw this together. We're going to have 5 rounds of 5 questions each. First round, well, it's going to be 5 rounds. They're going to be the Tarmac Championship, the WRC, the BRC, the Irish and the WRC, and then just a general trivia round to finish it all up. Myself and Conor drew lots who was going to go in what order earlier. So Killian Duffy, you're up first. We're following that on by Luke Barry, then Martin Brady, Killian Cronin, and then to finish off, then Andy Walsh. So I think without further ado, we'll jump in there. So, Mr. Duffy, are you ready?
I have the hardest one now to start on. So do I write down the question or
no. I'll call it out, you answer.
I'd say this will be short and sweet, I'd say.
No pressure.
Yes. In what year did Andrew Nesbitt and James O'Brien set fastest time in every stage in Donegal? And how many stages were there that year?
2002, and I'm guessing 21 stages.
Wrong. no points. We'll go on. What year did the Tarmac Championship begin, and who was the first champion?
I haven't done my homework here. 1978 or 1978, and who's it? These are double questions, so there's double points. Could we not have like?
Well, don't worry, you'll get half points for that. You'll get half points for that.
I see heads nodding, so I'm going to go with 1978, and hopefully you give me half a point.
Yeah.
And first champion, Fagan, or was it Vincent Fagan, or not? No.
We'll go on to the next question then. Who gave, there was two competitors in the Galway Rally in 1988. One gave the other a gentle nudge. Can you remember who it was? The gentle nudge happened at 120 miles per hour. We'll give you a clue. One of them was a Works Ford driver.
Oh, Frank Maher and Mark Lovell, was it?
Well, half a point there in that one. And then, who has more Tarmac Championship wins, Josh or Sam?
I'd say Sam.
And then, who has the most titles? Who has the most Tarmac Championship titles?
Is this a tricky sort of question? Is there?
Yes.
Because half a title there somewhere too, isn't there?
Yep, but it counts as a title. Yep.
I'd say Austin McHale.
Yeah, half a point for that again. Anybody else wanted to take on how many stages and what year was that Nesbitt set every fastest time?
Can I guess half?
Yeah.
Is it 2000?
That's correct. Yep. Yes.
I'm happy with that. I'll take that.
There was due to be 25
You just
stages.
cut me off.
Yeah. There was due to be 25 stages, 22 ran. Who was the first Tarmac champion, anyone?
Fitzgerald.
Who?
Demi Fitzgerald.
No. He was an English guy, an English visitor.
Taylor.
Yep, correct. Point to Andy.
Andy, put away your phone, Andy. Andy, put away your phone. Well, I had 5 questions in 20 seconds, so they had nearly 2 minutes to figure out the answer.
You'll get your chance, don't worry. And then Love will give who a tap in the rear to get past him.
Ken Colbert.
Correct, yep. And Sam or Josh was obviously won more Tarmac Championship rallies, yep. And then McHale and Donnelly both 5 each the championships, So that's the first one. Now we'll move on now to it is Luke Barry. You're up next.
Can I just say at this point, you're not messing about with these questions, are you? I feel really bad to tell you there. I was like, this is tricky. So I'm quite scared.
You told me to go full nerd.
I was going to say, are they going to get any easier? You're getting the hard ones out of the way now.
I hope they ran out of questions when it come to me.
Yeah, don't worry. There's plenty of questions. Who was the Irish Tarmac champion co-driver in 2013?
Man alive. I'll be honest, I couldn't even tell you the driver.
Right, well, I'll give you
I'm
three
gonna
options.
guess. Yeah. I'm gonna say Rory Kennedy.
Wrong. What was first achieved when the winners of the 1993 Cork 20 rally happened?
Oh my word. See, and my excuse here is you can tell from my accent, I'm not from your shores. So that is my excuse. I honestly have absolutely no idea, Kevin.
Okay. And then what was the first World Rally car to win a round of the Tarmac Championship?
That's a good question. That is a good question. I'm trying to work out what year it would have been. I know. Was it the Focus?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need the event as well?
Yeah, I'll give you half a point for the Focus. Yeah.
I think was it Stephen Finlay and Killarney?
Correct. Yes. Give you that one. Yes. Brilliant.
I'll take that.
Which driver claimed if he had a works car, he would take it handy and win every rally?
This is what I feel like I should know, but I have absolutely no clue. So I will guess. You say driver.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Martin Brady, but he's not a driver, so we can't have that. I would guess Eugene Donnelly.
No, and then there's the famous Nesbitt O'Brien Subaru in 2002. Who ran that car, and what was the distinguishing feature of that car?
22 Motorsport and the yellow rear spoiler.
Perfect. Yep. Anybody else want to take who was the co-driver?
I'll take it.
Yep.
Kevin Flanagan.
Correct. Yes.
Luke had it half because Rory sat with Gary, so maybe that's where you're getting it from.
Yep.
It will be. I knew it had to be a trick question. I knew it had to be.
You've done you dirty with that one. Luke.
He did. No, he did. It was a bit sneaky, that one. Cork 1993. What was unusual about the one there, or what was that was the first time this had happened? Anyone? No. James Cullen won it in a Group N Escort Cosworth. And yeah, which driver would take it handy and won every rally if he had a works car?
Frank Maher.
Correct. Points to Killian. Yep, and that's that one. So
Yes, I will get slaughtered for that, won't I? I know that's not good.
Yes. Then Martin Brady, you're up next. How many times was a driver in a Mark II Escort won the Tarmac Championship? The overall championship, not the modified or anything like that. The overall.
I'm going to say twice.
Correct. Yep. 78 was Martin Taylor, and 79 then was Brian Nelson. What car has claimed the most Tarmac championships?
Model or mark?
Just a car, car brand. Yep. Yep.
I'm saying Subaru.
Correct. Yep. How many times has the Tarmac championship been claimed by a Scottish driver?
3 times.
Twice. Just McRae done it twice. Jimmy McRae. Name the crew to claim the 2008 Tarmac championship.
I'm going to say, was that the joint year of McGarity and Donnelly? Okay.
I'm not blurt out them. What was the points difference between the top 2 drivers in the Tarmac championship in 2022 after drop scores?
22. That's this year. Oh, yeah. 35 points.
Fortunately not. So you get the first 2 right then. So anybody else want to name the 2008 Tarmac champions?
Aaron Gass.
I'd say him and Boland.
I say Boland,
correct.
Yeah.
Yep, Boland, yep. Points to Killian there, yep. And then what was the points difference between the top 2 drivers in the Tarmac championship after drop scores?
It was about 4 points or 5 points. It was small, wasn't it?
2 points. Yeah, so Mr. Cronin, you're up next now.
Oh, Jesus.
1972 and 1982, there was something unusual about the headquarters for the Donegal Rally. What was it?
Oh, but Jesus. How unusual.
Not particularly unusual, but unusual for the Donegal Rally.
It wasn't in Donegal.
It wasn't Donegal, but it was. Oh, sorry, I'll not tell you. How many times did the McRae name appear on the Circuit of Ireland Winners' Trophy?
5.
What was the
Oh no! I know where I went wrong.
No, you're going to fire away again. Yeah.
6.
What was Bertie Fisher's first and last Tarmac Championship rally ones?
First and last. Oh, when or what was the rally?
Well, what rally or rally or event? Yep, or year. I don't
know. First was Cork. Last was Killarney.
Which driver claimed maximum points on the first round of the Tarmac Championship when it went down the R5 category route?
Keith Cronin.
Yeah. In 2000, which event made a one-off appearance in the Tarmac Championship, and who won the event?
In 2000.
Yeah.
I feel like when you watched the video on this the other day.
If you're watching the new or watching a documentary in the last few weeks, it was very current. Clue there for you.
No, it's good.
Right. Right. So what was unusual about the headquarters of the Donegal Rally in 72 and 82?
It was in Donegal town, was it?
No, it was in Downings and Bundoran. It was the only time it moved outside Letterkenny. How many times did the McRae name appear on the Circuit of Ireland trophy?
7.
8. Jimmy won 7 times and Colin won once. Bertie's first and last ones in the Tarmac Championship. Ulster 82 and the Circuit 99. And then the Summit Rally. Oops, give that one away, didn't it? Killian was about to say that there. I could just see him there. There's an agent to get into that, and so we give Killian that point for that.
Derek Nesbitt won it, and Derek McGarty's Jack lost it.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
That's right the way.
Yeah. So now, Andy Walsh, you're on the hot seat now. Name the driver who competed in the Ulster Rally in 1986, only a few short weeks after having a kidney operation.
86.
Yeah. He had strong Mayo connections.
Phone a friend. No, don't know.
What events have been rounds of the British Championship and the Tarmac Championship? Name 3.
Ulster, Cork, and Circuit.
Yeah, perfect. How many rounds did Frank Maher won on the way to claiming the 1995 title?
5.
Okay. Craig Breen and Paul Nagel returned to the Tarmac Championship in 2019. What was their biggest winning margin? Was it 21 seconds, 22 seconds, or 24 seconds? In the Fiesta, this is.
22.
22 is correct. Which drivers only competed once in Donegal and won? There's 3 if you can give me 2 of them.
Once in Donegal and 1.
Yeah.
Then Loeb did Donegal. I'm going to go Loeb.
That's one of them. Yeah. Can you think any others?
I'll take the half point.
Yeah. That's all right. No worries.
Nobody's going to be easy.
So anybody else name the driver who competed in the Ulster only a few short weeks after a kidney operation?
Austin, I'd say.
Yep, you're correct. Yep. The other rounds, it was the part of the Tarmac Championship Circuit, Jim Clark and Manx. And how many rounds did Frank Maher won? 4. 22 is correct. And the other 2 drivers that won Donegal, anybody for half a point? No. Finlay and Ackman Warmbold.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Conor, that's after round 1. We've put some photos here and let them have, I'll give you a chance to do the scores. Now, what's your thoughts when you see this?
KT Motorsport sold but staying in Ireland.
Very good, very good.
If it wasn't for Dieselgate, we'd still have 4 wheels in this polo.
Excellent. Very good, very good. Anybody else?
Don't think it really qualifies as a proper rally thing because I can't see a fit in a co-driver in there. So,
looking after the co-driver is very good, very good. And Mr. Barry?
I was just going to say I struggled badly with this one. I didn't have a creative spark at all, which is quite sad. But it's. I mean, I want to know where you found the image. That's the real question.
You can ask Conor that one. Mr. Duffy, have you any thoughts on it?
No, I'm desperate on
yes, kind of thing. No,
that's low here.
No worries. So we'll give a point there each to Killian and Andy for that one.
Hey.
Next one there, Conor.
Are we allowed to use foul language on this podcast?
Of course you are, absolutely, yep.
Oh dear. What is it to say about bears and woods?
Very good, very good. Anybody else want to take that one?
Iceman versus Red Bull.
Excellent, excellent. Yes.
Not again, I'd say it sum it up.
Yeah. Killian, you looked as if you were about to jump in there. Killian Cronin, Killian C.
Oh, me? F1 circuits didn't have all these trees.
Fair enough, yeah. No, I think the point goes to Andy on that one there. So,
hey.
So after round 1, then Have we got any scores in the doors?
We do indeed. So we have Killian C on 5. We have Luke and Martin tied on 7. Killian D on 7.5. And our leader at the moment is Andy on 9.5. 9.5.
Good lads. See you later.
This is all official now, we'll have to say.
Leave it on a high.
Finish your rally after the first stage, you know.
We'll declare the results now. Right, so round 2. So we'll mix it up then. We'll look you to go first in this one.
Okay.
How many punctures did Rally 1 crews suffer this year? Was it 62, 65, or 69?
I'm going to go in the middle and say 65.
How many WRC events did Seb Loeb won?
This year or
No, in total.
80.
Correct, yep. What was the last naturally aspirated car to win a round of the WRC?
Oh, that's a question. I've only got. I'm desperately trying to think back in my head. I'm going to have to pass because I'm going to run out of time, but that's going to annoy me.
What was unusual about the way Seb Ogier claimed his first title back in 2013?
He won it on the first stage because it was the power stage.
Perfect, yep. And who won the 1981 driver's title?
Ari Vatanen.
Correct, yes. So anybody else want to guess how many punctures the Rally 1 crews suffer this year? 62 or 69?
62.
69, I'm afraid nobody gets a point for that one.
I thought that was a trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you would have to win it, 50-50.
Yeah. What was the last naturally aspirated car to win a round as a WRC?
Sarah Kit Car.
Yep. Mr. Brady, I think, was in there just before you were Brady. Yep, and all else was good to go there. So, well, then we'll move on to Martin. Your go here. The last rear-wheel drive car to win a round of the WRC.
Ivory Coast, the Celica, whatever version of Celica that was.
I'll give you half points on that one. How many nationalities have won the WRC crown? Has it been 9, 12, or 14?
I'm going to say 9.
Correct, yep. How many WRC manufacturers did Lancia take in the Group A era? 4, 5, or 6?
How many titles?
Yep.
5.
5, correct, yep. And what year did all 3 Peugeot 206 WRCs fail to leave Parc Ferme at the start of the second leg? 99, 2000, or 2001?
It was Monty. What's the option? Sorry.
99, 2000, or 2001?
99.
2000.
Okay.
Okay, that's very good. Yeah, anybody else want to take a guess at the car, the last rear-wheel drive car?
Is it not the M3?
No.
No.
No, Nissan 200 SX.
Oh, the 200.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, and yeah. So, anybody else want to take a guess on the year of the 2.6s? 2000 or 2001?
Well, you told us. You said it was 2000.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Well, take the point if you want.
Yeah,
I can say.
sorry, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Give us all the point.
No, sorry, Martin. One more question I forgot to ask. Which driver gave the Metro its best WRC finish?
Oh, it's either or. Tony Pond, I think.
Yep, correct. Yeah, third in the RAC in 1985. Excellent. That's very good. Now, Killian Cronin. Loeb claimed his third world title in 2006. What was unusual about the way Loeb claimed his title?
Is it on countback?
No. Japanese manufacturers have claimed how many WRC manufacturers' crowns?
Uh, 13.
No. What town hosted the finish of the 1995 RAC rally?
What town? Was it Cheltenham or somewhere like that? No.
What happened on the Monte Carlo 2000 that denied Loeb the one after, what gifted the one to Tommy Macklin? What problem did Loeb have?
Oh, illegal tire change.
In 1987, the start of the Group A era, which was the car that won Monte? Either car or driver.
1987. Start of Group A. No, I'll pass.
Anybody else want to take how many Japanese manufacturers have been? I'll give you 9, 10, or 11.
11.
9.
Both wrong. 10. Which town hosted the finish for the RAC rally in 1995?
Castro.
Correct. I was waiting you there. Yep. And what was the car to won or the crew to won Monte in 1987? Yeah.
The car and the crew.
The car or crew, either or. It's the start of the group A.
It wasn't Bruno Sabi, was it?
No.
Mickey Biasio, no?
Yeah, it was Mickey Biasio, yep, and the Lancia Delta, correct. Give you the point on it. Very good. Now, Andy, your questions. Which car won the first ever manufacturer's title? Back it was 1973, I think it was.
73, probably Fiat or someone, is it?
How many times has Marco Ulen been the world drivers' champion?
Twice.
Which team had a cigar chomper as their boss?
Which what?
Which team, WRC team, had a cigar smoker as their main boss? You always see them with a cigar in his mouth.
Oh, pass.
That's an amazing question, by the way. Whoever wrote that, that's amazing.
1997 was the start of the WRC era. Name either the car or the driver to won Monte Carlo that year.
Macklin.
And what was the tweak that was made to the 206 to allow them to be homologated into a WRC car?
The bumper.
Yep, correct.
Front bumper.
Full points in that one. Anybody else want to guess the manufacturer, the first ever manufacturer?
Subaru.
Alpine or Alpine.
Yep, correct. Yep. How many world championship titles has Marco Ulen?
0.
Correct. Anybody else? The cigar chomper?
Corrado Provera.
Yes.
Fusion, yeah.
I think everybody gets a point there except for Andy.
Yeah, okay.
97, the start of the WRC.
Liati Indian Prezza.
Yes, correct. And yep, and they get the last one correct. Yep. And then we are now on to Killian Duffy. How many rounds did Colin McRae win? 24, 25, or 26?
Say 24.
How many rounds were there in the 2022 term or in the WRC? Was there 10 rounds, 13, or 15 rounds?
Someone said 13.
Correct. Which manufacturers had rally cars, a 160J, a Violet, and a 240Z?
Nissan or Datsun.
Yep. Which manufacturer had a pickup homologated into Group B?
Pickup. So what was the Group B car? So it was a Lancia, Peugeot, or Ford. Jesus, I'm not sure. Pickup. I'm going to go with Lancia, but I haven't a clue.
And who lost the WRC title less than 500 meters from the end of the final stage?
Carlos Sainz.
Correct. Can you name the stage? Can you name the stage for a bonus point?
It's what do you call it? Castle in the background there. Is it? Jesus, I know the name. Anyway, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah. So, anybody else want to go for a guess on the manufacturers of a pickup homologated in Group B?
Subaru Brat.
No. Sorry, Martin, you were saying?
Subaru.
No. Manufacturer for Group B, it was Peugeot, the 504 pickup. Strange but true fact, yeah. And anybody else want to guess the castle?
Marvin Park.
Yep. There's 3 there. Got that. Okay, so that's WRC. Conor, do you want to stick up a couple of photos there, and we'll give you a chance to do the scores.
Who said you were the number one driver?
You got how much?
Yeah, I'm going to stay quiet on this one for
Interesting where that was actually even taken.
Did you tell them how to spell transmission?
I'm just wondering about the woman behind taking the selfie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
She's facing the wrong way until then. Yeah. And the next one then, Conor.
Could you stare at that photo for days, couldn't you?
Yeah. They're playing her song.
What do you mean, team orders?
I don't start fights, mate. I finish them.
Oh, that's a real Scot there.
Fighting top.
That is, I'm backing Colin there. That's well, he doesn't actually look that aggressive. To be fair, that looks quite friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Within reason.
Yes. And Conor, are you ready to go there with the scores and the doors?
Yep, ready to go. So we have two joint leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So it's between Martin and Killian Duffy on 17 points each. Just nipping at their heels is Luke on 16.5. Andy then on 12.5 and Killian C on 9.
Ooh. Still all to play for. We've gone to round 3. Try to do the whole thing. So Martin, we'll start with you in this one here. How many BRC titles has Keith Cronin?
4.
Correct. 5 drivers have won the British Championship and went on to claim the World Championship title. Can you name 3 of them?
Burns, McRae, Vatanen.
Correct. Yeah. The other 2 were Blomqvist and Mikla. 3 Irish drivers have claimed the BRC crown. Can you name 3 of them?
3 Irish drivers. Keith Cronin. Now I'm drawing a blank. Irish drivers: Keith Cronin, Billy Coleman, and forgive me, I can't think of a third one.
Yeah, I'll give you the full points now. Daniel McKenna. In the mid-80s, the works Opel Mantas were driven by an Englishman and a Scottishman. Name the 2 drivers and their lead sponsor.
Sorry, start the question again, please.
In the mid-80s, the 2 works Mantas in the British Championship were driven by an Englishman and a Scottishman.
Yeah.
Name the 2 drivers and the 2 lead sponsors.
Russell Brooks, Heat for Hire, and Jimmy McRae with, Russell was Andrews Heat for Hire. Jimmy was Shell Gold Card, I think.
No, AC Delco, but we'll give you the points on that one. Yeah. So, yep, that was Fisher. It was Shell Gold Card. What year did a 4-wheel drive car claim the BRC title for the first time?
I'm going to say that was RS 200. So 86.
No. So anybody else want to try that one?
89 Celica, wasn't it? Was it? No.
Anybody else?
83.
Yep. Sticking the
That was a
quad.
guess.
83, sticking the quad. Now, Killian Cronin. Irish co-drivers have claimed the British title 10 times. Can you name 5 of the co-drivers?
5. Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey Galvin.
Yep.
Nola Sullivan.
Yep.
Rory Kennedy.
Yep.
Oh. Irish co-drivers. Ronan Morgan. Terry Harriman.
Yeah. Time up, Conor.
Okay.
Yeah, time's up. We'll give you half points for that one.
Yeah.
Who has the most BRC titles?
Jimmy McRae.
Correct. Yep, he has 5.
5, yeah.
How many times has a Ford driver claimed the BRC title? Is it 16 times, 23 times, or 29 times?
23.
Correct, yeah. 2 sets of brothers have claimed the BRC title. Can you name the 4 drivers?
So, Alistair and Colin,
Mm-hmm.
and Mark and David Higgins.
Perfect. Yep. Mm-hmm. Keith Cronin has won 4 BRC titles and 4 different types of car. Can you name 3 of the types of car?
Citroen,
Mm-hmm.
Ford, and Mitsubishi.
Yep. And the other one was the Subaru, the Group N15. Then, yep. And now we are going to Andy. What's the connection between the car or the Jimmy McRae's car in 1986 and the car Colin used in 1991?
Oh my time. It's obvious, isn't it? I don't know.
Okay. And name the top 3 finishers in the Junior British Championship this year.
Eamon Kelly, Johnny Mulholland, and who am I forgetting? Eamon, Johnny, Kyle's Academy. Jesus, who am I forgetting?
I will give you a point for that one anyway. That's Kyle White's the 3rd placement, so that's
Kyle White in the future. Yeah.
Which driver almost spoiled Keith Cronin 4th title bid by almost taking the one in the Isle of Man, and he was his teammate. And this driver would also go on to become a champion in his own right.
No, I'm drawing a blank. No.
How many British Rally Championships has Matt Edwards won? How many events, has he won? Has he won 8 events, 11 events, or 13?
11.
11 is correct, yeah. What type of car was Billy Coleman driving when he claimed the BRC title in 1974?
74, he was in the Escort, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yep, the Mark 1 Escort. Yep, perfect. Does anybody else want to guess the connection between the car that Jimmy used and the car Colin used in 86 and 91?
Rothman's livery.
Yep, correct. Yep, and both run by Dave Richards as well too. So another nerd effect there. And who almost spoiled Keith Cronin title bid?
Matt Edwards.
Yep, correct. Yep.
Who's getting that point?
Martin was in there first.
Everyone except me.
Yep, perfect. We now go to Killian Duffy. Which one of the Patterson's brothers sat with Chris Meek and the BRC in 2002? Was it Glenn or Chris?
They're not brothers.
Oh, right. I thought they were. There you go. So was it? Then which one of the Pattersons then was it?
In 2002, it was Glenn.
Yep, correct. Yep. Bonus point for the car.
It was an Opel Corsa. Puma.
Puma is correct. Yep. Give me a bonus point. Mark Higgins won the BRC in a Group N Subaru and in a Focus WRC. What was the principal sponsor in both cars?
Stobart.
Correct. Yep. Keith Cronin has claimed how many BRC event victories? 11, 13, or 18?
He's won it 4 times, so you'd imagine 13.
Correct. Yeah. Which 2 drivers made their BRC debut this year and won?
So Oliver Solberg's won, and let's see, what was the rounds again? Ocean Price of Austin. Jeez, no, I can't know. Solberg is one. I can't. I could probably rage for them.
Half point for that one then. And
yep. Marion Evans. No.
How many BRC titles have the McRae family?
7 and 2. It'd be 9, I think.
Give you half points on who won the BRC debut. Anybody else want to jump on that one?
Was Rory Ben?
No.
Are we going with Hayden Padden for this?
Yep, yeah. Indeed.
Although it upsets me, Question Master, because he wasn't BRC registered, nor was Solberg. I'm being that nerdy.
Yeah, but they still won.
They won the rally, yeah. They didn't win the championship.
Sorry. Well, now, in fairness, what you call him, Solberg carried the stickers.
He did, to be fair.
Yeah,
he did.
Yes.
He did.
How many BRC titles have the McRae family?
8.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, 5 for Jimmy, 2 for Colin, and 1 for Alistair. That is correct. Yep. Now we are going now to Mr. Barry. You're now. Which we'll get this right. Oh, which stage reporter was the co-driver for Gundaf Evans back in 1996?
Howard Davis.
Correct.
Davies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then for a bonus point, who was the driver turned then he become the BRC reporter, and he was also joined with a very familiar wheeler dealer.
Robbie Head.
Yes.
And Mike Brewer.
Very good. Full points there. Yep. Give you a bonus on that one. Which famous BRC name made a return to the British Championship in the Nicky Grist Rally this year?
The name's McRae, so Max McRae.
Perfect. Yep. Mark Higgins has won the BRC title how many times? 2, 3, or 4?
3.
Correct. Yep. Mark Lovell won the British Championship back in 1986. What type of car? And then for a bonus point, what was unusual about the way that Lovell won the championship that year?
I can tell it was a Ford RS200. I don't know the reasoning.
Yeah, he never won a round. He finished 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 2 seconds. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah. How many outright British Championship titles has Matt Edwards? 2, 3, or 4?
3.
Correct. Yep. That is that one. So, Conor, can we get another couple of photos there to just give you a chance to do the scores?
Malcolm.
Points to Killian there yet.
Yeah.
Not going to top that, are we?
Contract talks have broken down.
What's that sound that goes, hello? Is it me you're looking for?
And the next photo then.
Hang on, I just got one there. I have a question. Is that a right-hand drive R5 he's driving? Is that?
It's an Irish special.
One more there.
Anything?
Who's jumping in there?
See, I love this photo, but I cannot think of.
Appropriate.
Yeah,
It's the same.
Yeah.
Richard Burns getting me too'd.
That's a class photo about all the same, isn't it? You know. So, yeah. Conor, are you good to go then? Your side? Oh.
Brother Brandon Airlines.
She's on 2 wheels, brother.
What was it? I always just say 4 hard wheels, we keep going or something, wouldn't it? You know, like, so it's 2 there. Yeah. Right, Conor, we go again then with the scores and the doors. Oh.
Oh, nah. Nah, delete that. Get rid of that.
Is that a Nokia 3330? 3310?
3310i, I'd say. He's got the upgrade.
Yeah. Josh is wondering, have you got Google Translate there, mate?
Deary me.
Yes.
Nice bib number.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I didn't even notice that one. Yeah. So, Conor, are you good with the scores there?
Yep, we're good with the scores. So, what do you call it? In the lead, or we'll do reverse order, actually. So, joint last. Andy and Killian C on 21.5. Next, we've got Killian D on 27.5. Then we have Martin on 29. And our runaway streaker here is Luke on 35.
Ooh,
Oh.
Very good, very good.
It wasn't on Ireland that round, you see, and that was good for me.
Well, unfortunately, we're back to the Irish in the WRC now. So. Who started that round was Martin, so it's Killian to go first. So, Killian, Mr. Cronin, who was the co-driver for Callum Devine when he's made his WRC debut in Rally GB in 2017?
Brian High.
Name one of the other of the two events that Mark Fisher competed in when he was around the Peugeot World Rally Team.
The two events.
Yep.
Rally GB.
Yep.
And Finland.
Craig Breen won the Super 2000 title in which year?
Oh, that was 2000 and it's 2000, wasn't it? So 2012.
Correct. Yep. Which Irish driver won the Production Cup in 2004?
Ooh. Pass.
Okay. I'll read it out again. Which Irish driver won the Production Cup in 2004? No, Group N. Pass.
I got completely blank.
Okay. And who was the top Irish finisher in Rally Ireland in 2009?
McHale.
So anybody else want to take who was the co-driver? Sorry? Correct, yep. Killian for that one. Which we'll give you half points for the Mark Fisher one. Anybody else want to go with?
Populous.
Correct, yep. Killian again. You got 2012. Yep, the driver that won the Production Cup in 2004. Yep, correct. Yep. And the top Irish finisher in 2009 Rally Ireland.
Niall McShay.
You can go again.
Yep.
Gareth
Eamon Bowl. Yes. Now Killian Duffy. Bertie Fisher's one and only rally in a World Rally car. What was the event?
Rally GB, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And can you name the car for a bonus point?
It was a 99 Subaru.
Correct, yeah, full points, yeah. And then what was so special for the Fisher family on that rally?
I think that was the time Mark was out as well in the same event.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, Mark completed in the World Rally car as well. I'll give you full points on that one. Name 3 of the 5 WRC victories, scored by Chris Meek.
3 of the 5 events.
Yep.
We won Finland. We won Portugal. We won Mexico.
Perfect. Yep. Where was the Super Special for Rally Ireland when it was held in Northern Ireland? The Super Special was held in
Stormont.
Perfect. Yep. Which Irishman won 6 WR events with Ari Vatanen, and name 2 of the events for a bonus point?
Terry Harriman. And the events, going to say Monte Carlo. And we'll go with GB. RAC.
Yep, RAC. Yep, perfect. Yep, perfect. Good job. You got all the questions right there. Yep. So,
you can't let Luke run away with it here.
No.
Put it up, you what?
A little bit there now.
So look for yourself then.
He's put the pressure on me there, hasn't he, with that?
Yes.
Straight after.
Which former Billy Coleman Award winner starred in the first stage of the Monte Carlo in 2015, setting fastest time in the Junior World Rally Championship?
Man alive. 2015.
Yes.
I feel like I should know it, but I'm going to have to pass. I have no idea.
Okay. Name 2 Irish co-drivers who have won a round of the WRC.
Terry Harriman and Paul Nagel.
Perfect, yeah. And the other one then is Fred Gallagher. Billy Coleman finished 4th overall in the round of the WRC in 1985. Can you name either the event or the car?
I'm going to guess the car was a Porsche, but that is a complete guess.
Absolutely, yep. I'll give you the points now. Yep. And it was the Tour de Course. Josh McLean set a fastest time in one round of the WRC this year. Can you name the event?
I should know this because I phoned him up that evening. I want to say it was Portugal.
Correct. And what was the stage, just for a bonus point?
It was a super special around the town, had a ridiculous donut in it, but I cannot remember the name.
No, that's all right. We'll give you that one. Yep, that's perfect then. So, yep. Anybody else want to take who was the Billy Coleman Award winner who starred in Monte that year?
Yeah.
Yep, correct. Martin Brady. So, Martin, you're up next. Aaron Johnson has competed in how many rounds of the WRC to date? 25, 29, or 33?
29.
Correct. Terry Harriman and Fred Gallagher were teammates for one season. Can you name the team and the sponsor?
Terry Harriman and Fred Gallagher, teammates. I'm going to say Toyota, and I can't think of the sponsor.
Killian Duffy has competed in how many rounds of the WRC? 25, 29, or 33?
I'm going to say 33.
Oh, yes, very good. John Lyons drove for a works team on the Isle of Man and the RAC rally. What was the team?
I never knew this one, so it's a total guess. John Lyons would be Peugeot Talbot.
Paul Nagel has competed in how many WRC events? And can you name 3 of the drivers he sat with?
Nagel has probably done in excess of 70. No, hang on. Nagel's done 100. Drivers, Chris Meek, Barry Clark, Craig Breen.
Absolutely, as well. 102, we'll give you that one. He's also sat with Mickelson, Gareth McHale, and Donny O'Sullivan. Yep. And anybody else want to take a guess at the Terry Harriman, Fred Gallagher, what team and the sponsor?
Can you give us a year as a clue?
It would have been, let me see, 83.
Opel.
Yep.
Camel sponsor?
No, they were Ratman's that time. Is that a
Full points there to Mr. Cronin? Yep. And John Lyons, the works team he drove for, and the Manx and RAC. I don't think any of you are going to get this, and this is one of them really interesting, weird facts. FSO Polanski.
This is just a whole different level of nerdiness here. I'm just way not able for this.
Sorry. Killian Cronin. Panty Rekla won the RAC in 1989. Can you name his Irish co-driver?
Was it Ronan Morgan?
No.
Oh no! I can picture the car, the name on the side of the bloody car. Feck it. I can actually picture it. I can think. Go on. Yeah.
Yep. 3 Irish co-drivers have claimed WRC crowns. Can you name the 2 of the co-drivers?
WRC crowns.
Yes.
Top flight of WRC.
No, just WRC.
Okay. So we had Brian Hoy.
Mm-hmm.
Going back now. Junior WRCs.
Time, Conor?
Yeah.
Yep, time's up, I'm afraid. How many stage 1s had Chris Meek in his WRC career to date, I suppose? 91, 94, or 99?
91.
Who were the first 2 cars to start the Super Special in Rally Ireland the year running Stormont, and what was so significant about the 2 cars? Or the significance about the crews more than the cars?
They weren't in the works teams.
Well, yeah, but no. Mm-hmm.
Would it be Loeb anyway in the Citroen? No.
No, they run reverse order.
Okay. Then I
what was unusual about Peter Solberg run on the power stage in Rally Sweden 2011?
This is to do with the Irish and WRC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm assuming it means there's an Irishman sitting with him, but I don't remember that. Well, he had an Irish co-driver, but I don't know who it was. But you didn't ask who it was. You said what was significant.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Irish co-driver then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. I'll give you half a point for that. Anybody else want to jump in? And who was Panty Rekla co-driver?
Ronan McNamee.
Yep. I think Killian was in there first. No. Yep.
It was a Ronan something. I had half.
You need to catch the points here on Luke on these ones.
Yes. 3 Irish co-drivers have claimed WRC crowns. Name 2.
Does James Fulton count for
Brian
this?
Yeah,
Hoy.
he does indeed. Yep.
Yeah.
And the other one, anybody?
James Fulton, Brian Hoy.
Yep. And anybody else for the third one?
McClure.
No, Trevor Agnew won the production company.
Oh, sorry, Trevor.
How many stage ones for Meek to date?
94.
94 is correct. Yep. Stormont, the super special, the first two cars.
It wasn't Killian McHale's the hour. So.
Gareth
Sorry.
McHale.
Yep.
Gareth McHale, the first two cars.
Yep. They were North and South competitors. Yep. Yes. And what was unusual about Peter Solberg's run in Rally Sweden?
Chris Patterson drove it, didn't he?
Yes. I'll give a point each there to Luke and Killian.
Don't give him any more points, Kevin. He's leading those ways.
So, Conor, you stick up another couple of photos here to give you a chance to do the scores.
This is suspense. I like it. I like it.
Maybe we've run out of photos, have we? Any thoughts? Nothing?
I have a beauty for this one.
Okay.
When the crew beans come out, this is how you put on the calf and jack.
Martin's a huge big farmer man too, as well. He took great delight here the time he was in Donegal, going to the tractor garage just out the road, you know.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't
I can't tell you anything funny about it, but I can give you a nerd story about it.
Absolutely.
I know that picture was taken in Northern Ireland because of the Rothmans on the suit. When he came south, he wasn't allowed to have Rothmans on the suit, so he had to change suits.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah.
That should be 5 bonus points, by the way. Just say.
Yes, I think we definitely.
Yeah.
I think he
Just to
deserves it. Yeah.
Give it to him so he can overtake Luke at some point.
I feel like the Irish are going up against me now, Kevin. Referee, help me out.
Probably looked that way, you know. But I agree. 5 points to Martin. Conor, have we one more photo there before we give you just a chance to total up?
Absolute right over breast. I mean crest.
Very good. Yes.
I mean,
ASN try new way to keep stage speed down.
I mean, I've seen this happen in Ireland, but not with good-looking women, unfortunately.
You're going to get cancelled now.
Yeah. Shock horror. Martin Brady slags one.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Scores
So
on the doors.
we've a change in the leaderboard.
Ooh.
So
Reverse order then, please.
yeah, bringing up the rear, Andy, 27.5, followed by Martin at 38.5. Luke, you're 43.5, and Killian Duffy, 47.5.
What happened to Killian Cronin?
Killian Cronin.
I'm after falling so far back. I don't even count.
Bear with me 2 seconds there. Apologies, Killian.
He doesn't have enough room on the leaderboard.
And that's what Bean will actually have in a round. I didn't have a round last time, did I? Did you ask me questions? But it's okay.
Maybe I didn't.
No, it's actually okay. No,
Actually, I was wondering that. I think Killian got 2 rounds and we missed
yeah.
Andy.
No, do you know what? I'll take whatever.
sorry. No, here I
was wondering. I thought I'd already answered a set of questions that time. I thought I'd come up too quickly that time.
I just give you scores to hand.
No,
we
we'll give you. We have a round.
Give him my worst answers.
In fairness, Killian.
We have a spare round.
In fairness, Killian didn't score that well on the second round.
No, I didn't.
We can discount that, and if you want to do a round for Andy, then
Yep, that's perfect. We'll do that. Yep. So Andy,
That'll be my drop round.
the Irish and the WRC. Take 2. What was Chris Meek's average speed in the Iron Poya in 2016? 125 kilometers per hour, 126 kilometers an hour, or 132 kilometers per hour?
132.
Which Irish co-driver has claimed 6 WRC ones?
Killian. No, which Irish co-drivers? Say that again.
Which Irish co-driver has claimed 6 WRC ones?
Megan.
How many WRC ones had Fred Gallagher? 3, 5, or 7?
3.
And which M Sport driver won the 2006 candidate event for Rally Ireland?
Go home.
Name the Irishman in charge of the RAC Rally or Rally GB in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, this should be simple. Everyone shout at me. No, can I go in?
No bother. Anybody else want to guess Chris Meek's average speed? 125 or 126?
126.
126 there, yeah. Mr. Barry, yeah, 126.6. This was probably, we'll give this away earlier, actually. Which Irish co-driver has claimed 6 wins?
Paul Nagel.
He's only 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Terry Harriman.
Terry Harriman's correct, yep. Fred Gallagher has won the many events, 5 or 7?
7.
Yeah, 5. Nothing unusual about the ones. Yeah, they're all in Toyotas in Africa. Which M Sport driver won the 2006
Matthew Wilson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Irishman that run Rally GP in the 80s and 90s.
Malcolm Neal.
Correct. Yep. Very good. Very good. Right.
So, leaderboard now is Andy. You're on 22.
He lost points.
Sorry, hold on. No.
Oh, you've done them bad there.
Sorry, I have done them. Sorry, we'll swap that around. Apologies. Killian, you're on 22. Andy, you're on 27 and a half. Martin, you're on 39 and a half. Luke, 44 and a half. And Killian Duffy on 47.
We'll just call it off there, to be honest.
Deal.
Yes, and we'll get into the final round then. So, Andy, you're to start the final round then.
We're not.
That's all to play for, lads. So, yeah. Now, you just want to do any mind games with anybody here? Anybody want to cut any tires or?
It's a season of goodwill, Kevin. We wouldn't do that. It's Christmas.
Yes. So, Andy, which driver had at his own press day was asked who he was for entering the hotel in Dublin? And I'll give you a clue. The hotel was the Red.
I want to just drop my volume. I got a bit low there.
That's right.
Say that again.
Which driver at his own press day was asked who he was for entering the hotel? And I'll give you a clue. It was the Red Cow Hotel in Dublin.
Where'd you get these questions? I could throw in answers, but
Yeah.
McHale.
Correct, yes. Yes. Who was running car 1 in the 1997 ALMC rally? And he got the driver of 001 so worried he asked to be let into the stage early. And it was his one and only time driving a left-hand drive rally car.
Martin Brady is nodding there. Why is everyone smiling there in the screen? Jesus Christ, I'm afraid to say who. 2007.
Yeah. 97. 1997.
What? 97.
Yes. And his only time ever driving a left-hand drive car. Well, definitely an Irish car. I'm not so sure ever. But
Oh, I don't know. I'll give Killian the pint because he needed to beat Luke.
What did Manus Kelly tell Donald as we were ready to start the final stage of the Donegal Rally in 2016?
We were going for gold, Barrett.
Yes. What did Fate trial in the Group 4 Fate 131 Abarth? And I'll give you a clue. Was it behind the time?
Repeat the question.
What did Fate trial in the Group 4 Fate 131 Abarth? And the clue is, was it behind the time?
No idea.
No. And how much of a penalty did Ari Vatanen get in the 1985 Monte Carlo rally that they overcome to still won the rally?
Oh, Jesus Christ. How much? 2 minutes.
Okay, so you get the first one right then. So anybody else want to take a guess on who the driver was in the car number 1 in the LMC in 97? Yeah.
In the All-Stars car, Bertie.
Yep. So Martin and Killian both got points from that one. What was the trial that Fate run in the 131?
Half seat.
Perfect. Yeah, points for the two boys again. And how much was the penalty that Vatanen and
10 minutes.
9 minutes.
Lads, this is a whole level of just get a life.
9 minutes.
no,
9 minutes early.
8 minutes.
Ah.
How?
Sorry.
I was going to play football.
Yeah.
You're not last, Andy. Like, so,
Yeah.
don't be stop your moaning.
And he is really DNA.
I'm not. It's like I feel like just someone on just a minute quiz that just didn't suit you. Didn't suit me.
That's the line I was going to use. It just didn't suit you.
Suit you. See, you gave them the ones I knew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Duffy, your chance now to stretch the lead.
So.
On what year did the Austin McHale debut the Corolla WRC?
I'm going to say 2000.
Donegal 1990. Austin, Bertie, and Vincent were having a titanic battle. Vincent dropped away on the Sunday. Something broke in the car. Was it a rotor arm, a wiper arm, or a steering arm?
It was a rotor arm.
Correct. Yep. What year did Mads Osberg do double O in Mayo and the Mark II Escort? 2008, 2010, or 2012?
2010.
Yeah, if you didn't get that one right.
I invited him over.
In 2019, who claimed fastest time up Moll's Gap, much to the annoyance of Craig Breen?
Calvin Devine.
Yeah. And what WRC event did Colin McRae take his first WRC win? Oh, look, knows it. He knows it.
I do, yeah.
Was it? We're going to say. Spain. I'm only putting a wild guess in there.
Gonna be a race to get that one out at the end now.
Don't let Luke get this one.
Yes. What year did McHale debut the Corolla WRC?
99.
Correct. Yep.
Killian was probably added, was it?
Huh?
Stone throwers, wasn't that 99?
Yeah, it was the LMC and then the Stone Throwers. Yep. Root arms correct. Yep. Aye. What was the event that?
New Zealand.
Yeah. And for a bonus point, the year.
Only
93.
Yep. So you got that, Conor?
Yep.
And we are now going to look now. Look, the oldest driver to claim the WRC title. Oh no, sorry, no. Oldest driver to claim a WRC Rally 1. Sorry.
Loeb, Sebastian Loeb.
Correct. For a bonus, what age was he?
Do you need exact days and months?
Year will do.
I'm gonna get
to the hour.
To the hour. 47.
47. Yep. 11 months and 3 days.
Damn it! Take the point away.
Yeah. What was the issue that got totally excluded from the WRC in 1995?
Illegal turbo.
Correct.
I'm giving them all the easy ones. Everyone knows that.
I'm behind. I need the easy ones. Make it interesting.
Well, it wasn't really a turbo though, so I should dock him that. It wasn't really the turbo was illegal or something else.
Yes. Yeah. Who won the Monte Carlo Rally in 2010? And then I'll give you a bonus point if you get that one.
Mikko Hirvonen in a Fiesta Super 2000.
Yes. And what was the connection with that car to Donegal in 2011?
Oh. I have no idea.
Name the Irish co-driver who has 9 Middle East co-driving championship and also the COC at the minute is a Formula 1 Grand Prix.
Oh no, I feel like I should know this. I'm going to say Fred Gallagher, even though I'm not confident in it at all.
What car did Gareth McHale use in the Mayo Stages 2009?
That's very... I'm going to guess and say Skoda of some sort. Skoda World Rally car.
No, I'm afraid not.
That's the ones, you keep them ones coming, Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah. That's more like it now.
Yes,
more like it.
For a half point, what was the connection with the S2000 to Donegal in 2011?
Ali Fisher.
Yep. Mr. Brady got that one in first there. The co-driver who won 9
Roland Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah,
Morgan.
correct, yeah. Killian got that one. And then
Of course,
Of course.
And I know, and I was with Gary Jennings, and we were second to him. It was Gareth and
Barry Goodman.
Barry Goodman, Barry Goodman. Yes.
Yes.
Actually, well,
Yes. And who built the car? There's not any points in this. Was it MSD, I think, wasn't it?
MSB.
Yes.
Whitehead.
Yeah. Now, Martin, you're round now. Who won the Circuit Ireland in 1992?
92 was McRae.
And then who
No,
becomes...
sorry, 92 was Maher. 91
yeah,
was
92, yep.
Sorry.
There was a star of that programme. It would become known as Red Light.
Oh, yeah, Danny McCann's father.
Yep, correct. Yeah, you just took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, that. Then, which two rally legends want to compete in Rally Sweden 2004?
Rally legends.
Irish rally legends want to compete in Rally Sweden in 2004.
James O'Brien and Andrew Nesbitt.
Yep. And for a bonus point, what happened to the car on the way to the event?
The hitch on the trailer broke, and Sam McKinstry was 3 towns away before he realised the car wasn't behind him anymore.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, who crashed exit in Glen Village in 2011 and broke their toe? The driver broke his toe.
In 2011, out of Glen Village.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 2011. The only person I can remember crashing out of Glen Village is Robert Moffat, and it wasn't him, so don't know.
Name the Irish driver who has won the RAC rally 3 times.
Irish driver who's won the RAC rally, as in the historic rally.
Well, yep. Yep, correct. Yep. Mark Lovell had 2 Irish co-drivers during his 88-89 seasons. Can you name them?
Ronan Morgan and Terry Harriman.
Correct. Yep. Anybody else want to take a guess at who broke their toe in Glen Village? Yep, correct. And then for a bonus point in that, another driver carried a tribute to him in the Sligo rally the next month. Who was that now? Yeah. Wesley Patterson had something along, keep the toe in or something on the front spoiler of the car. Sorry, Andy. And now Killian Cronin. Name what was the name of the competition that took place in the late 80s where drivers drove various cars against the clock? And it took place and it was mainly based in UK.
Oh, this is the Aston Rover thing. Is this
No, they drove various different makes of cars.
Oh. Then I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. What was the location? What was the location of the Masters event that took place in Ireland and the early noughties? And can you name some of the works teams that come over to compete in that event?
Bunchestown.
Yep.
And some of the teams.
Yeah, the works teams that come over to support it.
I remember there was a Cordoba there, so was there a set out in there? Did someone drove a Cordoba in it though? So maybe that's where I'm getting that from. Richard Burns was there with Peugeot, wasn't he? Richard, I know Burns. He did it, so maybe he was at Subaru then.
Yeah.
Ford were there.
Yeah, that's perfect there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the year of the very first Killarney Historics?
Ooh. Not on that long. I feel like it's way more recent than I think it is. So 2013? No.
Craig Breen has been a massive supporter of the Killarney Historics in the last few years. He's used 4 different cars. Could you name 3 of them?
The Sierra, the BMW M3, and oh shit, and I've seen him every time. And he was in a Mark II as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Metro 6R4.
And the Metro, yeah.
Yeah. And then who is the man behind the fantastic website Rally Retro?
Oh, Fergus McAnallen.
Perfect. Yep, that is correct. So that brings it into the close, lads. We'll get the man with the scores and the doors. Drum roll.
I'm off there, let's.
Oh, hang on.
All I'd like to say in my defense is I should get some kind of coefficient for being on away ground.
Oh, I couple more. Hang on, just hang on. There is some points still up for grabs here, isn't there? The name of the event taking place in the late 80s for drivers drove various cars.
One challenge.
Yep, correct, Mr. Brady. The first year of Killarney Historics.
2002.
No, 96. And John Keatley was the first winner. And yep, and all the rest of them correct. Yep, and the other competitor was M Sported McRae over. Freddie Loix was over with Mitsubishi. Burns with Subaru, and
It could be Aston Fiat.
yeah, exactly. He took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, they say the Fiat of Barth was over as well. And any thoughts on this photo?
Chris Meek drove the Focus that day in Punchestown as well.
Yes. And what other car did McRae drive that day? Anybody?
Dermot Carnegie's car.
Yeah. Yes. I'll just do one of them other random facts.
No offense to Craig now, if you have to listen, but he looks like he's suffering from a serious vitamin D deficiency. This.
I wonder what he said to her that she's about to punch him on the head.
That's why all the blood is drained from his face.
It's like the game must be in the arcades, where you can hit the mole in the head with the hammer.
Yeah, he's actually not going to look up anyway.
Whack-a-mole.
Know what he's doing a single seater.
Yes.
And one more room there, no, lads.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm about the car.
Any thoughts on this one?
Andy's just spotted the Fiesta van in the background there.
I'm actually looking. Is that a Mikado biscuit?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I think is that Emma in the background as well too.
Or he gets some mileage out of that BMW jacket.
He does.
He does. He loves a bit of BMW gear, doesn't he?
Yeah. Right.
We have
drum roll,
results.
please.
Yeah. So, Killian, Cronin, fair run at it, 32.5. Andy, 34. We have joint runners up. So it's an arm wrestle for second place between Luke and Martin and Killian Duffy. 58 points. You're the winner.
As long as the co-driver won, I'm happy.
So the inaugural Crunching Gears Rally Course winner is Killian Duffy. Right, have to start off by saying thank you very much to the two Killians, Andy, Luke, and Martin Brady. Great crack. One evening, that was brilliant crack, lads. You are all stars, and I suppose we better thank Killian Duffy for our inaugural champion. We'll wrap it up at that, but I want to say a special word of thanks to every one of you. Again, without the you listening and viewing this year, it wouldn't be what it is. So thank you all. But before I go, there's one man I need to thank. Is Conor Edwards. Conor, you have been fantastic this year. You have to listen to my weird ideas at times and try and rein me in and sometimes push me out, but it's more reining me in than pushing me out. So a really heartfelt thanks for everything you've done this year. It's been greatly appreciated.
Listen, Kevin, it's been great crack. It's great crack every week. And, you and I get to nerd out and chat rally and then put something on air for everybody else to listen to. So, and you know what? It's the enjoyment of getting to talk to our talent, from the youngsters right through to the more senior members of the rally community.
Well, as I say, that was really, that was Crunching Gears, the rally podcast. What a year it has been. Been a pleasure, and we'll catch up with you in the new year. Thank you very much, and goodbye.